Ladies and gentlemen, boys
We go.
and females,
We go.
and the in-betweens that we got out there nowadays in society. If
And
you
the others.
and all others and all the above, answer D on the multiple choice was my favorite answer. Because life applies to everything, and everything is relevant. So everything is all the above. Argue me, teacher. Really what I want to get into first and foremost is this Friday. It's going down at La Bella's, or La Bella, in Yonkers, New York, on Central Avenue.
Get you some grub.
Our boy Standby Gypsy is having a hangover takeover party, and basically what's going down, it's a movie night, all you could eat popcorn, 2 slices of pizza with $10 entry, and we're watching. You want to go into further details?
Yeah, we could do that. This Friday night we're doing our first ever. We're branding it a pull-up movie theater. Instead of a drive-in movie theater, it's a pull-up movie theater. We're getting a big ass projector. Shout out to Amazon, and we got the nostalgia popcorn machine coming fresh out of the 1920s.
Really?
Yeah.
Nothing better than movie popcorn.
Nothing better. You know what I mean?
You can't replicate it.
Yeah,
ever.
you can't. So we got the nostalgia popcorn. $10 entry gets you 2 slices of pizza, your choice of drink, either soda or water. What else? BYOB. And B could stand for bourbon, beer, or bitches, whatever you want to do.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Like how
also,
you flip that.
and also,
Burgers?
we're very vape friendly. So we're doing this after the hour. So this is a bit of a speakeasy kind of vibe for the movie thing. And we're very very THC vape specifically
Smoke
friendly.
friendly.
So the movie's gonna start at 10:30 p.m. sharp. You can get your tickets. Just look on Facebook. Just type in THC Pull-Up Movie Theater, or you can find the link on our Instagram, The Hangover Takeover. The link is in the bio. So yeah, that's going down this Friday night.
Sounds good.
There you have it.
It's gonna be lit.
I'll be in attendance, so any fans you need an autograph, holla at me. Roll up, get some pizza.
Oh yeah.
Man, so last we left off on the last show was we're
Either
talking a little
Eminem
bit about Eminem.
Or Elon.
I'm gonna get into Elon, but
you
we're
wanna
talking
talk
about
about M?
we're talking about Eminem, and I was kind of getting on him because at that moment in time, it looked like he wasn't going to respond to the MGK thing. He had just came out with the Sway interviews explaining like, "Ugh, you're not worth my time," kind of thing. But
Yeah, I didn't know if he was gonna respond or not because of that. But
round of applause to Eminem for doing what he does and staying true to himself and his artistry. I mean, listen, this thing, it's not like that personal of a beef where it's going to be that hyped up.
it's
and
not
that
gonna be
heated.
drawn on. Yeah.
But for what it was, I enjoyed the spar back and forth, and I enjoyed it just as a fan of music and a fan of hip hop. So.
Yeah, me too.
Do you feel M won? Do you think there's a declarative winner?
I think he did.
I think it was really close. Like,
Do you think Killshot is Eminem's ether? Because I feel
No.
like
No.
not an ether. I mean, M's had enough ethers in his career.
Yeah, M's had some diss records, man.
But
I don't think that
it neutralized everything MGK said, and literally, he responded to almost everything he said and had an answer for it. And the thing that I liked most about it was just the way he delivered it. It was kind of nonchalant, old school Eminem. I don't give a fuck about this because it doesn't mean shit to me. Type of.
He
vibe.
sunned him.
True.
yeah, he did
Pretty
kinda
much.
son him.
And I didn't know that MGK was actually that big of a stan. Like, people were pulling up old tweets of his, and
I didn't either. No.
Wow.
and so he actually was a big stan
straight up
back
dick
then.
riding, huh?
Yep. So it just gave his bars more validity, and it just, after seeing some of those things, it hit home. So,
Damn. All right, rest in peace, MGK.
yeah. But I also heard there was a video that just came out. MGK's been performing that stuff at all his shows because he's been on tour recently. And there was a video that
He
came
got
out
booed.
that he got booed when he was performing it.
At his own show?
No, but this was the thing. This is the explanation I heard from
Oh, I
my
thought it
barber, who
was.
was a big MGK fan. He said that it was him opening for, I want to say a rock band, I'm gonna fuck it up, but Weezer, someone so fucking random.
Yeah.
And he was opening act, and that's, so that's part of the reason that, half the crowd or more
That's
was
what I'm
doing.
saying. Yeah.
At his
what
own
he-
show, he's been performing successfully. So,
Oh, it's Fallout Boy.
Fall Out Boy. Yeah.
Wow.
So this Friday, pull up, boy. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But
That's crazy.
yeah, the only corny shit, I actually did one of those reaction videos because the second it came out, like I saw it on my phone, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll be the first person on YouTube with this thing.
Did that video load? I don't think I've seen it.
So I actually sat there in the car and listened to it and gave like my 3-minute input after it.
Yeah.
And I uploaded it, and to no avail, YouTube just pulled that shit down for copyright because I guess I can't play their record. But I don't understand how other people had reaction videos. Like,
wait, why did they take it? You had the original track in the video, or?
No, I was listening to it from the car.
Oh.
But now YouTube's detection is pretty legit, so
That's fucked up.
yeah, it doesn't matter if you're like humming it in the background of an elevator. They'll pick that shit up and be like, "Yo, pay us."
Really?
Yeah, this shit is like no joke. Like nowadays.
That's crazy.
Let me turn this little camera up a little bit. Yeah, man. Actually feels nice in this seat. Other than the fucking computer sucks.
You like that?
Yeah.
You like,
It's comfortable.
you guys got your own little space station over there.
Yeah, but
Like
you
Star
guys have
Trek.
your space. That
I
came
definitely-
No,
out.
you guys are like the leaders of like the ship, and me and him are like the gunners and shit. We're on the gunner.
That's a fact.
Shout out to Ghost Boy Aki. Keep it gunning.
I'm shooting people.
I'm trying to just.
Yo, did you guys see? I'm gonna cut you off, Ken, but yo, did you hear about that kid, that rapper Kid Boo, who said he's a second generation clone? Like he's admitting.
That's what
this is
people
on-
are doing to get on now.
This is on Vlad TV, yo.
What's his name? KIDBOO?
No, BUU.
Oh, here
I'm
it is.
gonna play the video clip real quick.
Death to SoundCloud.
Watch this shit.
Kid Boo, welcome to Vlad TV.
Hello.
Making a lot of noise recently, man. Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yo, kids are so weird. They don't even know how to speak.
you know,
Watch his whole body. language.
everyone works towards that, that video that goes viral.
He's got a
And it looks
tattoo
like you
on his
have like a
forehead.
nice little handful of them now. You know what I mean? It's a big accomplishment.
Yeah, I got my hands a bit full now. Thanks to these accomplishments. Got a few
Okay.
more extra things in my
Watch,
hand.
he's
I
gonna talk about, like,
didn't
where he's
anticipate,
from,
but
and then he's
it all
gonna
comes with the territory, I suppose.
break down the difference.
Of course. So, where'd you grow up?
South Florida?
Okay. I guess you were born in Jersey?
Yeah. Originally, my first gen. I'm a second gen now. That's why you see the celebrity bursts say I'm born in Toronto, but that's
What?
false. My first gen was born in Jersey. However, I was cloned by Clonate in Canada.
Which is a real
My
company.
model number is 0112568. If anyone wants to see the registration on Clonate.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, I'm just gonna pause it right there.
Vlad
and,
was like, okay, where do I go?
Yo.
Vlad was
Yo,
like,
if you look it up, Clonate is a real company. They said they had, and this goes back to like early 2000s, saying that they had cloned the first human or whatever, and there was all this media backlash, which I don't remember because it was right. I was
that was like when the conspiracy shit really started to like take off. Those early 2000s.
Yeah. Especially right after 9/11. I feel like the 9/11
Especially after
conspiracy
9/11.
right.
and loose change and everything just opened up
Because it was such a
YouTube
big event.
wormholes
Yeah, for real, man.
that were 6 hours long for me at one point in my life.
But yo, this is the website for Clonade. This is like a real website.
Clonade, like
yeah.
Kool-Aid, but Clonade.
Clonade, yeah, CLONAID.
Wouldn't they just take a DNA test, simple DNA test?
I would think so.
Like, do you guys even have the same blood type?
Shit is gone.
I don't know. Shit is super
Like,
cool.
what
but
the
going
fuck
back to
is
what,
going on
But
here?
what Ken's saying, like, yeah, like this is what I don't believe it. You know what I mean? I think it's all a pub stunt or whatever. But like there are people that are probably believing this shit.
Yeah, I mean, people believe the Earth is flat.
Yeah.
So, I just, that's Jesus Christ.
But he's selling it good though. I'll give him mad props. Like
He is
looks
like,
like a
very
fucking
stoic.
clone.
he looks like a.
If I had to
fucking
meet a
weirdo.
clone, I guess that's a clone.
Yeah.
Right. If you act like a clone.
Yo, what's up? What's going on? Hello.
My number is
What nationality?
012943.
Sicilian, Puerto Rican.
What are you, a fucking
A
mutant?
lot of
What are
memory.
you, a clone?
but When I stole the documents before escaping, I read
Oh my God, he stole a
mother
document?
was Puerto Rican, and the father is surrogate. You could say was the sperm donor was Sicilian.
Okay, so you were
Oh,
testing
shit.
it.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And I guess you have.
You can
a
just
fraternal
tell
twin.
Vlad is like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Where
brother
did
or
this
sister?
go?
Brother.
Okay, so you guys, fraternal twins, is different from identical twins. So do you guys look kind of similar or not really?
I don't think anyone looks as similar. as
We're
me.
clones, dude.
Okay.
Yo, Attack of the Clones.
Okay. Are you guys real close?
All right, everyone else can watch this shit on your
Just
own.
when you thought new
just
rappers
saying.
were biting each other, they're literally clones.
They're literally
literally-
each other.
Straight up, bro.
What the fuck is going on in the planet?
Oh,
That's
Yo,
I mean-
this might be a perfect segue to dive into the whole Elon
Elon?
Musk, Joe Rogan thing.
let's do it.
One of our favorite topics on this show, besides hip hop, is artificial intelligence.
it's just
And-
shit like unknown shit.
Yeah, just unknown shit and
Just gone shit that's gone to the normal human being.
Exactly. Talking about the future and things that may or may not exist. And shout out to Joe Rogan. It's the one podcast that we podcast about.
He has the he has the podcast.
Yeah.
He is like the holy grail of podcasts.
He's the pod god.
Yeah,
He's
he's
the
the pod god.
He's the pod father.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pod
he is.
father.
He
Facts.
is.
So, I was watching this shit last night. All right, let me just give you a time signature. This way we could just start the ship into Gawnville. Go to 29 minutes.
29 minutes.
Because Joe Rogan does a very short podcast, as always, 2.5 hours.
Right.
All right,
This is short for him.
actually is. He does 3.5 hour
The
ones.
phone's memory is essentially perfect. You can remember flawlessly. The phone can remember videos, pictures, and everything perfectly. That your phone is already an extension of you. You're already a cyborg. You don't even. Well, most people don't realize they are already a cyborg. If that phone is an extension of yourself, it's just that the data rate, the rate at which of the communication rate between you and the cybernetic extension of yourself that is your phone and computer is slow. It's very slow. And that is like a tiny straw of information flow between your biological self and your digital self. And we need to make that tiny straw like a giant river, huge, high bandwidth interface. It's an interface problem, data rate problem. Solve the data rate problem, then I think we can hang on to human machine symbiosis through the long term. And then people may decide that they want to retain their biological self or not. I think they'll probably choose to retain their biological self.
Versus some sort of Ray Kurzweil scenario where they download themselves into a computer.
Depends on how
It will
crazy
be
it
essentially
gets.
snapshotted into a computer at any time. If your biological self dies, you could probably just upload into a new unit.
Okay, so let's cut it there.
All right.
Because
I
that
like
shit,
how cavalier. It's like, hey, you just upload yourself to the
Yeah.
Matrix.
that right there is one of those like mind-bending concepts. But the first concept, basically what he's touching on, and Joe Rogan, was talking about artificial intelligence, asking him, how do we evolve? What's the next step? How far is artificial intelligence gonna go? Because Elon Musk is big, he's big on basically saying we need to pump the brakes a little bit with AI. But, all right, so make a long story short, he's saying that humans will eventually become some type of cyborg or some type of, I don't know, we'll be attached to robots and computers somehow where basically we'll be able, our consciousness, and not only our consciousness, somehow our brain. He actually talks about the parts of the brain and connecting, like, I guess, like a hard drive to it.
Like the cloud or some
Like,
shit.
if we can
It's
handle
hard to
it.
fathom that.
That's
It's
what he
hard to-
talks about with bandwidth. So
Yeah.
you'd almost be plugging in Google and Wikipedia and like a photo bucket of infinite things into your brain.
That's
So you would just know pretty much virtually everything.
Wow, I can see that happening, and I could more importantly, I can see. He was saying people would not want to give up their biological selves. I think people will be happy to.
Yeah.
I mean, the way vanity is, in a way,
Hell
plastic
yeah.
I think
surgery.
it'll be split because it depends on how far
Right, not
along
everyone.
it
Not
goes
everyone.
because
I
people will
agree.
be like, Not in the beginning, it won't be like that.
Yeah.
When they start doing interplanet space travel, not everyone's gonna be like, "Yo, I'm buying a ticket to the fucking SpaceX."
Right.
Plane.
For sure.
But like 20, 30 years after it does, it's gonna be a normal. That'll be a norm.
I just feel like with a lot of this technology and stuff, when they want, the masses to have it, they will make it, under the guise of entertainment, fun and exciting.
Right.
And then,
exactly.
the kids will do it because they have no connection to the past. They have no idea what it was like to, not be on the internet or not have a cell phone.
Right.
So they have no problem, quote unquote, selling their souls to this next thing.
Exactly.
And then it'll get to a point where it'll be attached to services that you need to have. Like, okay, you need to have that fast internet to buy whatever. I'm just saying that
Right.
ticket to whatever show or whatever movie or whatever hotel you want, and if you don't have that brain connection, you're asked out. Well,
It's called Neuralink. That's the name of his company, Neuralink.
So to me, that's how they would roll it out.
And
over
they'll
time-
always
over
have
time,
some
we'll-
part of. They'll always like have something that's gonna benefit you in it. They'll be like,
Right.
well, it'll check your blood pressure and it'll check, your heart
Oh,
rate
I need
in
that.
case there's a. Oh well, it sounds good. It's gonna help me. And then there'll be like motherfuckers literally like lining up to get chipped.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's
And
true.
we'll look at it as crazy, but like you said, kids from this generation will look at it as somewhat normal. And I had this conversation with a lot of my
And
friends.
fun. Like they'll want to do this shit.
Yeah. And I have this conversation that we grew up at the perfect time.
Yeah.
Right before
I know
all
me
this shit.
specifically, I didn't have a cell phone until I was like 17. And even then, we weren't texting. Like, it was just
There was
like
no
calling.
text.
Like,
Right. There's no
Chirp. It was
bleeping,
bleep.
the
video
next tells. And I was making music well before then, and everything was just like literally so organic as you had to go up to people, hey, have a conversation with them. This is my album. Do you want to buy it? This is that, yada, yada. Selling it for $5, interacting with people. That by the time social media came out, MySpace came out, that was dope, but that was still more desktop. By the time social media came out, where everything was in the phone and everyone started like chasing and everything, like my mind was just thinking of it as a platform to use my music. And it's still mostly how I look at social media. I got 2 accounts. I got one for my business, one for my music. And it's really at the end of the day, when I'm in the shower before I go to sleep, I'm thinking, how can I, brand myself better, make it look more organic as to who I am, or, portray an authentic version of myself and, make it enticing for my music, or, intrigue customers to come to us as far as from a business standpoint. And I'm glad those are still my thoughts, because I know there's so many people in this generation that are just literally thinking, yo, how can I get more likes? Like, oh shit, this person liked it, that person liked it. And I'm not saying I'm
The euphoria it gives
the euphoria
off.
of likes itself. And
It-
I'm not
it
saying I'm
gives
immune
off,
from
yeah.
that, because I'm not.
Nobody
Because
is.
I still check that just like everyone else does. But that's not my main purpose while I'm on
That's not
social
your
media.
focus.
Exactly. And I don't know if it's because the generation I was born in, but I just remember like literally going to the park without calling anyone just to see who was out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Aren't you ride your bike or something? Yeah.
I would just literally get on my bike and go, and then whoever was out, that's who I chill with.
Right.
So that's I think that goes a long way too, just being able to connect with different people that.
But that's what they do now, just online. Like they could do that without, like you could sign on
I guess you meet
a
new
video
people
game.
online, yeah.
You sign on a video game,
Become friends with
PlayStation
them.
Network,
Right.
Xbox, and all of a sudden you have friends that
Yeah, all over
you
the
don't,
world.
yeah, all over the world that you're playing a video game with,
Yeah,
and that's how you connect with them.
it's
But-
scary.
It is, but going back to Kenny's point is, but there isn't that human interaction. Like it is all virtual, and then you feel like the setup is that you feel like you really know these people, but you don't,
Right.
at all,
Yeah.
at all. And I think it plays out in certain instances. Obviously, people get catfished,
Yeah.
in relationships, or they get robbed, or they
1,000%.
they
And
just
people's
think it,
personas are totally just
Completely
an
different.
inflated version of themselves.
right.
And listen, by all means, it only makes sense to put the best version of yourself out there, because why not? But also, the other thing is, you ever meet someone that's like, looks like they're like a certain way online, and then like you meet them and it's like their body language is kind of like
It's completely opposite.
their body language is not like they won't even look you shoulder to shoulder in your eye and like have a conversation with you.
Yeah, they're only
I'm like, yo, bro, like
they're only portraying what you want them to, what they want you,
you know
to
what I
see.
mean?
That's a clone.
That's Boo
Zero
Red,
zero
what's his
eight
name?
nine three.
Big, what is it? Red?
Boo Kid.
No, Kid Boo. Kid Boo.
Kid Boo.
Yo, the kid. Yo, he creeps me out. I'm not even gonna lie. I think he's a clone.
Yeah, it definitely creeps me out. But
It was tough, but
the weirdest part about the whole thing and the most enlightening part at the same time that Elon Musk said was like, yo, we're already cyborgs. This is the first step.
This is the
This
Yo,
phone
he's
is
right.
the
He's
first step.
so.
And that
yo,
blew my mind.
These phones have replaced our brains. They're just,
Yeah.
it's an external second brain. That's all it is. It's just not in our arms or in our hands or in our forearms or in our chip in our head. It's just like, this is, the telephone in the 1930s,
Right.
but, if you fast forward this generation, 70 years from now, this shit will be inside of our fucking head.
Yo, right? It's crazy.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think because I have the phone, is it that I don't memorize shit that I should? Or is it that I'm just trying to process too much information and it's like I wouldn't be able to memorize it anyway? Like, does that make sense?
Completely. Well, I think you can train your mind to do anything, so I definitely think.
What he says about AI though is that we have to regulate it because he's basically saying it's a countdown until we're out of control and we can't control it.
Yeah. And he also made a great point with the seatbelt. He's like, think about how when we implement seatbelts, how long it will take, how many people had to die or get seriously injured until they're, until they're like, oh, okay. And he's like, with AI, that's too late. By the time,
Great.
by the time it goes through the legal process.
Yeah.
It could be terrible. It could be great. It's not clear. But one thing's for sure, we won't control it. That's the quote.
Right.
And the thing is, it'll be weaponized.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Well, the way, what
Like,
they
that's
say
the
is like
crazy
the way
part.
we look at chimps,
They'll look at us.
they'll kind of look at us.
Well,
and
that's
well, they look at us like, oh, they're stupid. Oh, they make kind of like cool music and movies and art, but they're stupid. Just like, are they gonna be like, you're stupid, just leave them alone, or they're stupid, just wipe them out?
That's Neil deGrasse Tyson
It's a great point.
theory on aliens coming to Earth.
I've heard that too.
He's just like,
It'd be like going to
like
a planet of ants.
yeah, or like a planet filled with our babies that
Right.
like it just, all right, this species is just not advanced at
Right.
all.
Why even fuck with them?
Yeah, like that's his theory. I mean,
Yeah, I've heard that before too.
Yeah.
it just puts it in perspective that we may not be as smart as
We
We're
think we
definitely
are.
not,
Yeah.
I mean, after I saw that episode of the Cosmos, narrated by Neil deGrasse Tyson, when he put the history of the universe on a calendar, and the Big Bang was January 1st, and planet Earth got here, December 31st at
Yeah.
like 11:58. It's
Yeah.
like we just got here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Life has been happening for trillions of years.
That shit
before
blows
us.
my
Like, it's
mind too.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So, but yeah, to your point about the AI being a slippery slope. Yeah, I mean it really is like the Matrix and the Terminator. Like the shit's already been foretold. Like it's almost
Right.
like we can't even stop this shit.
I agree.
And even if like everyone knew and was aware of all the pitfalls of AI, we've all gone too far. We've already committed, socially and personally and financially and all this stuff to
Right.
these phones and devices that we can't even stop. We can't
No,
even
yeah,
stop.
But it's probably going to get to the point where everything is like there's not going to be like people's like super popular on Instagram anymore because everyone's going to have these followers. Everyone's going to have like it's just going to be like walking around like
It'll
the
change
fucking
something
street,
else.
You know what I mean?
Instagram probably won't be around. I mean, I don't know, but I'm just
Right,
saying it
there'll
won't.
be
It won't.
something else.
It'll be something else. It won't even matter. Like, did you guys ever see that episode of Black Mirror when they had everything was being rated on like
Yes.
a social media
Yeah,
type
that's
of
the
thing?
only episode I ever seen of that
Like,
shit.
that shit was crazy.
And that it was like the girl that was going to the wedding, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was
Yep.
crazy.
And apparently they're doing that in China already.
Yes.
Like on
They
on a
rate you
certain level.
socially.
Yeah.
That's so twisted.
So, yeah, it's a wrap for the humans. Computers 1, humans 0.
Yeah, I mean it's I'm trying to remember. I was trying to look for like the learning rate, how fast like AI can learn.
Oh,
And it's
yeah,
like they
forget
can
it.
learn like 10,000 years in like a day or something.
No, yeah,
it was something. It was something stupid like that, and I was like, what?
You want to jump to 34 minutes in?
Yeah. 34.
Yeah, let's see what we got over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this tonight really high and then get really paranoid.
I had to watch it.
No, it's not that bad actually. I thought
No.
it was gonna be worse than it was. At first, it kind of spooked me out, but he had a couple good quotes in there. He said, "I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right." So he's like, we could sit here and worry about this stuff, but he's like, it could be good. There's nothing that says that it can't be good.
I think he's trying to save himself.
Right.
When the robots take over, they don't
Right,
sacrifice.
because he's
him.
part of the problem.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway, all right, I'll play the clip.
Think for itself and make up its own mind as to whether or not it wants to survive or not, and whether or not it thinks you're a threat, and whether or not it thinks you're useless. Like, why do I keep this dumb, finite life form alive? Why keep this thing around? It's just stupid. It just keeps polluting everything, shitting everywhere it goes, lighting everything on fire and shooting each other. Why would I keep this stupid thing alive? Because sometimes it makes good music, sometimes it makes great movies, sometimes it makes beautiful art, and sometimes sometimes
I
it's
think
cool
we
to
already
hang out
covered
with.
this.
Like,
Yes,
it might-
all those reasons.
Yeah.
You
For
want
us,
to jump to
those are great
43
reasons.
minutes?
Yeah.
43.
But
Yeah.
for anything
Yeah.
objective, standing outside, like, this
Thanks.
phone that Gordon Gecko had on the beach,
Yes.
and then you compare
big
that.
cell phone.
Yeah, you compare that to like a Galaxy Note 9. Like,
Sure.
how the fuck did that become that, right? And I wonder when I see this
Yes.
HTC
But what he
Vive,
says
I'm like,
about,
what is that thing going to be 10 years from now when we're
climate
making fun of
change.
what it is
Yeah.
now? What is it? How ingrained and how connected and interconnected is this technology going to be in our life?
It will be, at some point, indistinguishable from reality.
Will we lose this?
That's
Yo, his fucking face.
That's so crazy.
Yo, his face was just like, you could see he's looking into the future. He's just like,
Yeah.
you just won't even be able to tell.
He has
lose
that
this.
creepy
Like, you and
genius
I-
attribute, and he loves it.
Right.
Yeah.
He loves that he is that guy.
Yeah.
Just looking at each other through our eyes. I see
Are
you,
we?
you see me. I hope.
You think so?
I think you probably have regular eyes.
This could be some simulation.
It could. Do you entertain that?
Well, the argument for the simulation, I think, is quite strong. Because if you assume any improvement at all over time, any improvement, 1%, 0.1%, just extend the time frame, make it 1,000 years, 1,000,000 years. The universe is 13.8 billion years old. What would civilization, if you're very generous, civilization is maybe 7,000 or 8,000 years old, if you count it from the first writing.
That's what we were just saying.
This is nothing. This is
Yeah.
nothing. So, if you assume any rate of improvement at all, then games will be indistinguishable from reality. Or civilization will end. One of those two.
Yeah.
Yo! Oh, did you want me to keep going?
Nah, that's good. Like,
Yo.
it was just, he's just hilarious to me too.
But he has like you have talking points about the tunnels, where he talks about like he's building tunnels in California to get to alleviate traffic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but he's basically said like you can go farther as far down as like 100 tunnels,
Yeah.
like just under each other.
Damn.
And he said something about earthquakes.
Oh,
He's like-
yeah, because Joe Rogan asked about earthquakes, and he said actually the best place to be would be in a tunnel. He said it's similar to a hurricane. The best place you want to be is in a submarine. He said an earthquake is a surface phenomenon. I don't know how that happens or how that works.
Yeah.
But the good point that he did make about it is we have 3D work environments, which means like they go up and around, and like we compacted into these buildings to work, and then we leave and we go into a 2D vehicle, and that's why congestion happens. So our transportation has to be 3D as well, and like up and down and around. So tunnels is like one of his things he's working on.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep. But my thing is, if you do that, people are just going to make more cars. And it's a congestion problem. I mean, to me, it seems like a congestion problem.
It is a congestion problem. It does sound like a solution, though. It does. I mean,
It sounds like a temporary solution.
Even when
Yeah.
the ground moves, the tunnel will shift with the ground like an underground snake. You can have 100 levels of tunnel, no problem. You can go further down. You can go up. You can go up with buildings. You can go 10,000. You can go further down with tunnels than you can go up with buildings.
yeah,
10,000 feet down if you want.
that's crazy. But we need to clone him, honestly,
Fucking for real.
because we just need like 20 of him. Like this way, you know, he could do these tunnels, and another one of him.
But
could
AI
work
already
on,
knows that. They
Well,
sent,
Bezos
they
is
sent
kind
back.
of like him.
Yeah.
He sent back a Terminator.
Jeff Bezos is kind of like him. He's doing the space thing just like he is.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. So
Is he just cloning him, or is he just
I'm
he just trying to get on that
Maybe.
Elon Musk train?
I don't
or-
know.
Or is he really?
I think he really is. I mean, he's not Elon, but he is fucking the richest man in the world, according to Forbes.
Shit, bro.
But
He looks like the young version of the Monopoly guy.
what he said about climate change is he was like, he doesn't know any credible scientist or any real scientist that doesn't think we're causing climate change. And he said something about 25 years.
He mentions how we're probably good now. Like if we had
Yes.
stopped now, like it's not that bad, but we'll pump. You know, it's just not good to pump every single thing of carbon from under the earth into the atmosphere.
Yeah, but we're not going to stop. Let's be honest.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna stop. It's
We're
too-
not-
Well, that's the thing. If you really think about it, though, like, because we're obviously it's not going to affect us as much as it'll affect our kids.
Yeah, exactly. That's
know what I
also
mean?
why I was born in the perfect time. Because this ain't my problem. It's my kid's problem.
Yeah.
Right. If I have kids.
All right.
I'm
If we
just
make
saying,
it.
If we make it. Do you subscribe that, like, because you know how bad the world, I don't want to be pessimist, but as bad as the world will be in the future in relationship to how we grew up, do you think there are people out there that think it's almost, I don't want to say a crime, but like to bring a kid into this world, because like,
Yeah,
you
there's
know
certain
how
people that think
fucked
that,
up-
like-
how fucked up this world is.
Nah, I
Well,
don't
that
buy
kid
it
could
because
change the world.
yeah.
That's true.
That
That's a good point.
that kid could be an Elon Musk. I think it's like athletes, bro. Athletes are only getting better, and I think people are only getting singular. I'll say that
Yeah,
singular people are getting smarter.
yeah.
I think when people
I agree with that.
when people get together, like Democrats and Republicans, I think it's so it doesn't help.
Yeah.
Liberals and conservatives, they don't help. They all need to like get off their agenda,
Yeah.
all of them, because it's just creating too much conflict.
That's just gonna fade with time, though.
Dude, I don't know. It feels like it's getting worse.
It is right now, but you're talking about as far as like when our kids will be around and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. At the same time, like I could be playing myself because my kids and their kids could be like that first generation that is literally around to see. You know, they have 3D printing. You know how they have 3D printing? They're doing that with organs now. So it's like, all right, we need a new heart, or basically we're either just gonna clone or 3D print the heart. So you don't need anyone's fresh that just died in an accident to grab their heart, or you don't need anyone that's donated a kidney. It's like, all right, we got you. So literally, you know, people's lifespan, barring an accident, barring, shit should,
Yeah,
be,
people are going to be able to live
longer,
to be like 130, 150,
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
like almost like no problem,
right?
you know? And quick side note, speaking of 3D printing, Cody Wilson, the 3D printed gun creator, he's apparently accused of sexually assaulting a minor.
Who's that?
His name's Cody Wilson. He's a 3D printed gun creator. That was kind of like big in the news because I think I don't know exactly, I'm misquoting it, but they were going to make it They were going to make it legal to have 3D printed guns in the United States. And of course, there's arguments on both sides. But the guy who invented it, he's accused of sexually assaulting a minor.
That's good. Yo, what happened with my boy Mark Cuban just came out taking some.
I heard about
some
that.
Me Too
but-
L's, huh?
Oh, where he did?
Yeah, that's fresh in the news. Like I saw that like as I was walking in here,
Well,
and he like donated 10 M's. Like he must have been real nervous, huh?
Wow.
Oh yeah.
He donated money to like the cause
I guess
after the fact.
I don't know, something weird. I didn't get the full scoop on this shit, so maybe we could pull it up now. And break news.
Yeah. I'm reading this one from USA Today. Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban agreed to donate $10 million to organizations that help those affected by domestic violence and encourage the hiring of women in leadership roles after an independent investigation found current and former Mavericks employees committed, quote, serious workplace misconduct, according to findings released by the NBA on Wednesday. The investigation, led by former New Jersey Attorney General Annie Milgram, found that 15 females in the Mavericks organization were subjected to harassment by former CEO Terdima Usiri, including, quote, inappropriate comments, touching, and forcible kissing. It also found workplace misconduct that stretched nearly 20 years. So it sounds like Cuban wasn't doing anything directly, but it was under his leadership. Quote, the findings of the independent investigation are disturbing and heartbreaking, and no employee in the NBA or any workplace for that matter should be subject to this type of working environment, said Adam Silver, commissioner of the NBA. So, yeah.
Accusations aren't fact. They're just people being accused. Now, when you're being accused of something like that, obviously it's got to be looked into. But I do feel like a lot of the times if someone's accused of something, they're automatically assumed, especially when it's something like that.
That's one of the problems with our justice system too, and that goes for any type of crime. It's just how much influence publicity in the media has, because you're basically guilty until you're innocent.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in a high profile case, or it's also the DA's way of just trying to shape the social opinion of you, and jurors. So you're really trying to walk. You're really walking into a courtroom to prove your innocence instead of.
It's really a game to them.
Yeah.
It's like, how do we win instead of how do we.
They're trying to fix the fight before you walk in.
Yeah. How do we win instead of how do we prove the truth?
Right, exactly.
So that's really what it comes down to. I mean, I don't know. I just heard about this. I don't know anything else, but.
Well, with the justice system itself, that's also another thing you just hit on the head. It's like the DA is.
I know.
He's not there to get the truth. He's there to get as many people convicted as he can, because that reflects on his record.
And he gets a higher position.
Like devil's advocate.
He gets more. He gets more money, and he gets a higher position, and maybe he becomes a judge one day or some shit.
Exactly. And,
so,
it's all about winning.
And
they actually said that in Joe Rogan podcast. It's funny. It's funny that we were just talking
on
about
the Elon Musk one.
Yeah, on the Elon Musk one.
Really?
What did he say?
They were saying something about people suing Tesla and like just the whole judicial system.
Oh yeah.
How
yeah.
Elon Musk was like, yeah, for the most part, I think it's very good. It's pretty good. I'm like, dawg, that's because you walking in the court with daddy long bucks.
Right.
Yeah, your lawyers are ridiculous.
Yeah.
And they're fucking.
It's good for you.
Scouring the law books for
you're
any fucking.
You're in the extreme 1% of society.
Right. Yeah, everything's good for you.
Like you could hire the whole firm at once.
Yeah.
And the associates.
That's true.
And the water boy.
Facts.
What's going on in sports? Anything like, how the Yankees doing?
I did not check if they
Red Sox right now
won today. Sorry if you guys are commenting. Please feel free to comment and say whatever the fuck you want. I'm not gonna see it till after the show. So if you're gonna hate, get your hate on right now.
Hate. Yo, I cannot wait to go home and smoke my brains out and watch this Elon Musk interview.
You're gonna have to like rewind, like almost like listening to like a fucking dope ass record. You're gonna have to rewind.
Oh wow, we just dookied on the Sox 10-1. Shout out to the Yankees.
Nice.
Yeah, they were. That dude Voit from the Yankees is a fucking monster.
Yeah.
He benches 135 with one arm.
That's insane. Whoops. Sorry.
With one arm, he's benching
insane.
it.
Yo, you know who's a clone? Who I didn't meet him, but I was like in his presence or whatever. Nick Swisher.
Yeah.
That dude.
He seems like he's fucking fun to hang around.
Yeah, he's like a walking cartoon. And it's just like you just feel like he's like, and
on the golf course. You seen him?
No. I was at this food tasting event at Yankee Stadium. He was there. Johnny Damon was there. Mariano Rivera was there. Whatever. And Damon's a normal dude or whatever. I mean, he was up there signing autographs with Swisher, and Mariano was walking around, and I'm sure living in New Rochelle, Westchester, we've all seen, especially Mariano Rivera walking around and stuff like that. But like Swisher just seems like a walking like cartoon. It's like, hey guys, how's it going? You want me to sign your baseballs? Fucking life is great. And it's just like, dude, you can't be like that all the time.
Yo, I think the same thing about him. When he got here, I was like, oh yeah, he's the man. Yeah. And then after a while, I was like, I don't know.
Some people can be like that, though.
I'm sure. Wait, I hope he is. Listen, I hope he is happy like that all the time. I wish I was like that, but it just seems.
I met Gary V briefly.
Okay.
Gary Vaynerchuk.
Yeah.
And he wasn't like super high strong, but he was just so nice. And like I had never I was like.
There's a kind of energy you're not used to.
Yeah, but it felt genuine, and he was like. Dude, like we were for his like shoes. He had shoes that come out or something like that, and we were at an event, or whatever. And he was like, dude. Every time I looked around, I saw him. He was talking to someone different. Like he was just conversing with everyone. And I was impressed.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's like, because he preaches that shit and he lives that shit the second he wakes up to the second he sleeps. He's like,
you wonder if he has like a bad day where he's like, fuck.
Not just that, but I wonder if he kind of like almost programmed himself to be like that. You know what I mean? Since he's all about that life all the time, it's like, yeah, gotta get the value. People are lazy, they want to hustle. Fuck that, man. Like,
yo, I hate his voice, by the way.
Yo, right? I just can't do it sometimes with him. Like, I was selling baseball cards when I was 8 years old, man. I'm an entrepreneur. Other people out here aren't. I'm the fucking soul. Like, I don't know.
You know what they told me?
They told me I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't gonna be shit. Well, look at me. I'm gonna own the fucking Jets. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I fuck with Gary V too. Like, I fuck with most of his messages. It's just like, I don't know.
Was he ever on Joe Rogan?
It's just like I don't know if it's due to the amount of content he puts out or if it's just due that he does
have a lot of it's everyday content.
Maybe that just makes it like
so you're probably getting like an overload of them. Which he might be doing that shit on purpose. He always says like,
by the way,
just shut the video off or whatever. Just go do whatever you got to do.
Why do you like to be smashed in like that?
I need speed. I need the action.
Yeah.
I get to other places like LA, like here we are, right? And like, there's nothing going on here at 11 p.m. tonight.
Sure there is. You just got to go to the city.
That's fine, but
right out here in Woodland Hills,
that's fine. But like, yes-ish.
Yes-ish, but not Manhattan-ish.
No, and not that that's bad.
Right.
By the way, it's probably mainly good for 99%.
Someone's voice.
Yo, there's something about him too. Like even the way he was just talking is like, not that that's bad, but like the 99%, I want to be in that 1% that is, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he's always trying to make some like amazing point.
Right.
It's like, bro,
I got
there's always not an amazing point.
Right.
Like at every moment in life.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
Sometimes life is just normal as normal.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Gary V.
Like you're not constantly filming like a documentary where you have to be like.
No, I feel you about like programming himself to be that kind of individual all the time. And I think, listen, I think we I don't know. I think we're at this interesting time because there's so much information, and we are kind of waking up to the idea that we are, our brains, we are computers. You know what I mean? And if you're not in control of your brain, who is? Is it advertising? Is it whatever? Your parents, your girlfriend, boyfriend, the church, whoever.
Right.
But now we're at a point where people are like, oh shit, I can kind of, program my thoughts, my thinking, and how I'm going to achieve and be successful. So now people are consuming all this video content of how to be better, how to be
which I think he does
all
a
these
lot
motivational
of.
Videos.
He does a lot
like
of that, Gary V.
Yeah,
I fuck with his general message and his purpose.
Like
absolutely. But like, is there like, and maybe there isn't, but can you do it too much? Can you? Is there some kid out there?
Too much of anything is.
Is there some kid out there that's watching these motivational videos 24/7, like not going to sleep, like he wants to be the ultimate, whatever? I don't know.
I guess so.
I think it's clear that he inspires a lot of people.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because he has such his following.
It's awesome. It's great. He does more good than harm. I mean, he's not killing fucking kittens. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
for
could
sure.
be worse.
For sure.
Could be worse. I just hate his voice. Just
I want him to own the Jets. He'd be in every player. You gotta give this like 110% today, man. You gotta go make that fucking best tackle you ever made, right? I'd be like, yo, yes. This team has to be on 10 all the time.
You guys got Darnold though.
Didn't you guys just win? You had a big win, right? Or no?
The first game. Yeah, we play tomorrow night, which I'm a little scared of because we play the Cleveland Browns, who have won one game in the last 2 years.
Jesus.
And I just feel like they're overly due for a win.
They're always overly due for a win.
Yeah,
though, so.
and I'm just like, let it not be us.
Right. You're right. No one wants to be that one team that loses.
And it's a Thursday night game, so we played Sunday, have a quick turnaround, and it's in Cleveland. So it's just like things are adding up where it's just has it written all over it.
Adding up to an L.
Yeah, I'm just scared.
I don't know. Do you think Ja Rule will ever come back?
Ja Rule?
Yeah.
No.
Like murder.
Yeah.
Busta Rhymes is supposedly have the best album of the year.
What do you mean? That
Like people are
talking.
talking. Yeah, no, it didn't come out yet. People are talking about it.
Who's talking about it? Rod Digger?
On Sway. On Sway. I saw it on Sway's Instagram.
Yo, what was his hype man's name?
Who's?
Spliff Star.
Oh yeah, Spliff Star. Whatever happened to him?
One of the best hype mans of all time.
All time.
Yo, for real.
Yo, your boys Maroon 5 they're gonna perform at the Super Bowl 2019.
Really?
That's good.
Damn, I won't watch that.
Yeah.
That's another person whose voice just gets me.
Yeah.
It's like if Gary Vee was like an R&B singer.
Yo, what's that song that they have out there? Is it them or Imagine Dragons? They have that song where he's like rapping.
I think that's Magic Dragon.
Yeah.
Now Maroon 5 got that song out with Cardi B right now.
Oh yeah.
What's it? How's it go?
I'll pull it up though.
I'm trying to find it.
You don't have to pull it up. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to find like people talking about his album, but it's Ninth Wonder. But there was. It's on Sway's Instagram.
Looking forward to that.
I love Busta Rhymes.
Yeah,
bro.
Busta's a legend.
Yeah, he is. He had a song out not too long ago, like in the last couple months or so. He fucking killed it.
Yeah. Real Sway Calloway.
Shout out to Sway.
Is he
Shout out
back?
to Sway, bro.
Sway is the legend too.
He is a legend because I remember when he first came out, I was just like, really?
He's cool as fuck too. Both
I'm
times.
sure. I know.
Yo, he really is.
Both times I was with him.
Do you remember we saw him? Was it in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Was it at
It was in a
AC3?
crowded ass elevator. Though.
And he was like, "Yo, Arrow, what up?" Like he remembered you.
Nah, he's
He
genuine.
was mad. Like I was like, "Wow, that's like," because you know he meets how many fucking people.
Of course.
Nah, he's genuine as fuck. The second time I went on Sway and did the end of the year Doomsday Cypher thing, we were kicking with him for like 15
Was it
minutes
that
after
time or the
show.
first time?
Nah, it was the second time. We were there. 'Cause that second
Had to
time,
be.
yeah, we were drinking like Bloody Marys.
Wow.
And we were lit off of Bloody Marys, and then yeah, he was talking, and this was right after the whole "you ain't got the answer, Sway."
Oh yeah.
And I was like, yo, what was that like? Yada yada. And he was kind of breaking it down, just being real about his relationship with Kanye and shit. And he's just a cool ass dude, and there's no other way to put it.
Wow, that's what's up. That's
Yeah.
good to hear. It's
good to hear that there's people like that. Because
He's fucking cool as shit.
I
bro.
can't say the same for too many other people,
Yeah.
especially hip hop music industry related.
Yeah, he seems like he's the guy that kind of keeps everyone grounded. It seems like 'cause
Yeah.
he's been around for so long, he knows a lot of people's dirty laundry, and
Right?
it's just like you can't.
You know how much shit he's probably seen come and
Yeah.
go? How many rappers have been on his
Like
show?
I remember the time I heard Angie Martinez, like I think someone was interviewing her, and they were like, "What is it about you that people come to you for all these like really big interviews?" And she's like, "Cause I'm a vault." Like she's like, "Do you know how many secrets I have about people over the years? Like I don't tell nobody nothing, and that's why everyone trusts me. That's why everyone comes to me." And I'm like, "Yo, there's shit that she knows." Like she was talking about Tupac, and she was just like, "There's so much shit that I know about Tupac that like would change everything." And they were like, "You gonna say it?" And she's like, "No." And it's just like, fuck. Like, part of it's like, it's almost like the shit that's in the Vatican, right? And it's just or some Indiana Jones shit. It's just like, you want it to be known, but at the same time, it
The
could
Library
fuck
of
shit up.
Alexandria. Or
Yeah, it could, you know, really fuck shit up too. But it's just like, damn, what does she know? You really want to know what she knows.
Change what about Tupac? Like, the way people think about him, like in a good way, or?
I don't know. She wouldn't even. I mean, that's how much of a. She's like, I'm not saying nothing, but you just know that these artists, you know, confide in me, you know, heavily, you know, and who they are and you know, their stories, and that's why I get these interviews. Just like, wow, you know. So I'm sure Sway is very similar in that. I mean, he has that kind of personality where you feel like you could tell him anything, and he's not going to tell anyone, you know, and he respects you. So. That's what a good interview does.
Not sure. He's just good people.
Word.
Shout out to Sway. I was actually thinking about going back on there soon. I gotta reach out.
Dude, I was listening to the first one that you did the other day. Because it's on Apple Music.
Yeah, I know. This actually has one of my most hits on Spotify. I was just looking at that today.
Does it?
And I was like, damn, I gotta like get my shit right. Get more people
Spotify
to
and that shit and Apple Music, man. If you could find somebody that could plug you in and get on those playlists, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to some people about that playlist shit because I gotta see. I'm gonna run up in some buildings.
There's definitely people.
Def Jam, Atlantic. I'll be taking pictures in those buildings. So
yeah.
Stunt on all you fucking lames. That's the problem. Me and this guy used to go to so many listening parties, and we used to go to a bunch of different places. We never like really like would take pictures with like artists
though.
And shit.
We should have though.
We should have, but we were just not those type of people to be like, yo, hold on, let me get a pic.
There was one time.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, yeah, it's not me. I'm not gonna.
There was one time we were at the 4040 Club, and I'm not gonna say the name, but I'm not gonna say his name. But I was talking to somebody, and fucking Ryan Leslie like. Just walked right up to him and said what up to him. Was like, yo, how you doing, man? Like, good to see you. And I'm standing next to him, like,
who was our man too.
I'm like,
right.
yo, that's Ryan Leslie. Like,
right.
Yo.
Yeah. Like, introduce me?
Yeah,
or?
like, what's up, man?
Yeah, he was lost in the moment.
But it wasn't. But then, like, Kevin Durant, that was a fucking awesome night.
There was a bunch of people in that party. Kevin Durant,
Stephen A. Smith was there. Carmelo Anthony, fucking.
Damn.
Yeah.
You talked to Elliot Wilson when we were leaving.
Yeah, there was a bunch of those nights though. Actually, like not like a bunch, but I'm not popping like that. But there was like we would always see people. We were going hard for like 2-3 years, going out every night.
We went to Nelly's
like on a Tuesday and like a Wednesday night, like going to the city 11:30. Like just shit that I just don't have the energy for anymore.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers is older.
You know what I mean? It's just like seeing Nelly, seeing all different types of artists and shit. And literally just like, you know, just throw him a nod and that's it. Like, I'm not gonna be like, I don't know. We was just never the type to do shit for the gram.
There wasn't no gram then.
Yo, there wasn't. Actually, there was.
There was.
For it was the early gram.
It was the beginning.
Early gram
it was the
days.
beginning stages of people really getting and actually monetizing like Instagram and shit, like using it for that purposes of it. I remember when Instagram first came out, dude. I didn't even know you could follow people. I thought it was like a filter.
Oh,
like you just. Bro, I was like so clueless on Instagram.
When Instagram first came out, it was. It still is pretty dope, but it was dope.
Just just the whole idea of filters, like, just like mind blowing.
I thought you take pictures with the filters and then you save it to your like
you thought
camera
it was like an
roll.
app like that.
Yeah. And then I kept seeing people following me, like, what is this?
Yeah, early Instagram was crazy.
I did not, dude. I was like stupid. I did not know anything about it.
Yo, think about how big the story is, and that's fairly new to Instagram. It was only like a year and a half ago, like when
But it
Instagram
seems like
didn't
it's
have
been there
story.
like the whole
It seems
time.
like it's just always programmed like that,
Wait, say that again?
Isn't that crazy?
right?
With all technology and like shit like that, like
What, you talking about the stories?
Yeah, stories on Instagram.
Dude, that destroyed Snapchat. I don't even. The only time I open
Literally
Snapchat
dead.
is when Lou sends
Yeah, I know.
And then maybe I look around a little
Same
bit. But
shit.
for the most part, I don't even use Snapchat.
Nah, neither do I.
1000%.
I wonder how bad their fucking I know their stock is plummeting.
Really?
Yeah.
That kid should have sold that shit when they.
Facts.
Straight up. I know they must be sick.
I think Zuckerberg asked him to sell it. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he did.
Well, it's up now, but it's at $9.
He was probably just like, all right, you ain't gonna sell this shit? Bye-bye, I bite your whole fucking shit.
Snapchat.
Right, I
IPO.
did it with Facebook. I don't, what
Right.
this thing I want to do with this shit.
Exactly. What do you think I did with Instagram?
All right.
The IPO was 24.
Wow.
Oh no, the IPO was 17. Excuse me.
Still 17 to 9.
So
That's bad news bears.
that's bad.
Shit.
Damn. That's crazy. We'll definitely pull up to the Hangover Takeover pull-up movie theater this Friday night.
Definitely.
$10. Couple slices of pizza, all you can
Old
eat
school popcorn machine.
I'll be in that
Yeah.
bitch.
Old school popcorn machine. You can't
Vaping.
get that popcorn anywhere.
Diner Brew is going to be in the building with a
Popcorn
cake.
stuck in the 1920s.
Spiked cider.
Shout out to everyone that tuned in tonight. We got a couple comments. I can't comment back because of the functionality of this computer. New music video I put out last week. I did it for a contest, but you know it counts as a music video. So go check that shit.
Counts as a music video.
That shit counts.
So check that shit, and then
When's the new?
October.
Do you have a date for like your next the project you've been talking about?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it out in October.
In October, it's the
Yeah.
best month of the year. Just to throw it out there.
Shit.
Shout out to you.
Is that your birthday?
Maybe
month?
we'll drop it on your
Yeah.
birthday and then just have like a birthday party and an album party or something.
Birthday party at the steakhouse. We'll get the fucking steakhouse to play the goddamn music.
We
Lit.
should get like a room somewhere. We're actually gonna make this a plan because it sounds like too good of an idea.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you for everyone for tuning in. All three of you.
We gone.
We gone.